Hey guys, it's Tom. Well, I think things are getting better. I'm going to stick with that. Things are getting better, and I'm real grateful and thankful that we're continuing to ascend, climb higher, and that we're receiving, improvements and upgrades and stuff as they're coming. And I'm really, really appreciative of the gifts, the good gifts, very much. Um, I saw where the enemy, I guess, has now switched from being a spouse or a um, sibling or, there has several stories of like relation or something or in contract and all this. To now they're saying something about how they've been training us to help us with our anger, to get rid of our anger or something like that. Which is damn funny. Because it doesn't matter what they say, all their lies fail. And just fail them. Anything they say about me, they're just going to be seen as liars. Grifters. What they are. Real shady types. The kind that no one wants to be found alone with in a alley. People aren't going to trust them. Doesn't matter what they say. So, yeah, the more they try to do anything against me, just more it's going to work for me. It's all, heaven turns it all to my favor and to my benefit. And the energies, that's tossed at us, we've seen it seem like more of the attacks or attempts or something. They're just going to use that to our benefit and make us harder on the outside and lift us higher and make us wealthier and cooler, and more fireproof, all together and completely and totally fireproof, dragon-proof, which is the eventuality of it. So we're going to continue on that path, continue on doing that number, and I've noticed that there's some strange behavior recently from some of them I run across. Normally they're a lot more gregarious, more social and friendly. I people I like, or liked, out of the group, that's around, But, and I've noticed, some headlines that I was being told about the world thing, and it looks like there's been changes going on. And of course, some of it, the way I see it, it just seems completely and totally unavoidable. Like the stuff with Iran and all that, I heard, the president's been trying really, really hard to develop some type of diplomatic solution, but you know how terrorists are. They get terrorized. The terrorists who terrorize us get terrorized, and then of course either they're all ended or their regime is ended or whatever. But again, what did they want for us? To be subjugated and enslaved below them, to never be able to get up and out from where they had us, and yeah, I guess that's sort of like what it's going to be for them. Not necessarily they're going to be under me or anything, but which that's fine. I prefer to be somewhere else myself. It's not part of my gig. It's not part of my deal. We're not in business with the darkness, obviously, and we haven't contracted with these. These things of the darkness for anything, not anything. We didn't ask for a dream. We didn't ask for tutelage on anything. We didn't ask for alchemy. We didn't ask for any of that. We didn't ask them for anything, and except to go away again, repeatedly, and again and again. But they had all these stories, about we're this or that to you, everything from family to it's your sibling to your daughter to your wife to your kingdom spouse, your prodigal something or other. I don't know, whatever might fit the agenda that they had of combining you with something of the damned, which again We're going the way of the day because, hey, that is our prerogative. It always has been, always will be. We're not compelled to in any way be teamed up or take on anything that we don't want. That's just the way it is. It always was the way it was. If we were to take on others, it would be a benefit to the day and benefit to the kingdom of heaven. It would be something that we were, industry that we were involved with for the glorification of the kingdom of heaven. So, which, we're supposed to have a little chunk of that, if you read the book. And of course, what we're planning on doing, and I do believe is the plan of God, is that we, quote, make it, unquote, figuratively speaking, whatever that might mean. But, to get out there and hit a home run, or maybe a few of them, I don't know. And get the job done, get our repairs and our recovery finished, and of course as we continue up, because that's what a diver does. The diver dives and then finds he's been drugged down even further by some currents that he didn't expect, fights for his life, and finally is freed from it, and gets back above the undertow and makes his way to the surface. Yes, that's right. I'm walking around opening things and looking inside of them. Yep, that's right. So guys, thanks very much for all your love and support. I really can't, say enough how much I appreciate those that are actually loyal. All you white people, we just love you. And of course the sky, they know how we feel about them. Can you believe that? My entire life I've been walking around or driving or just sitting and looking up at the sky like there's someone looking back at me, like I'm going to hear a voice back from them or something. Like I knew there's somebody up there, they're watching us. It's Truman Show. So yeah, eventually where does Truman go? Right, exactly. Back to where he's from is what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. True, man? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was told I was going to grow up to be a big man someday. I'm not sure. I think we're gonna get those repairs done. Because I know once that's done and we can see the obvious evidence for such things, rather than feeling good and hearing some stories about how you're getting it all back, because we've been listening to lies from these damned people for going on now 20 years probably, I guess. So I'm glad that we're just about over it and done with it. I'm looking forward to the day that I actually am going to be able to say I've gotten what I wanted. Because then I can actually begin to look at other things and say, okay, now we can do this or that. But here is again what we said. We wanted to leave like 17 years ago. And so, I'm getting all this stuff, these different news stories and stuff. And I said to one of them, I said, well, it looks like my fantasy's finally starting to go my way. The only problem is we weren't looking for a fantasy. We weren't trying to buy one. We were wanting to follow the light and go home to the light, remember? So I hope that what little time we have left and wherever we're at, that it can be pleasant, I know the other ones can't stand that thought. You can't stand, giving us respect or anything. But from what I understand, we're moving on up. And like I said, what I'm being told is that we're going up several levels. I know I was listening to some probably black thing, one of those that was real happy about being compared to a Disney character, but what it was saying. As soon as they start talking down a certain line, I'm like, oh, you're a liar! You're going to burn in hell! I was anywhere near you, you just crumple, because you'd be burning out of control for all your lying to me. No, look, see, again, we didn't contract with anybody for a development program or an education program of any sort. I rebuke, reject, renounce, and repudiate all gods of darkness, all black things. We don't have a contract. I repudiate all of that in every way possible. So, no, we're subject of the kingdom of light and life, and we are not going to be going through any processes that the darkness may decide that we need to go through or judge us in any way, because they're just simply going to be condemned by heaven above for interacting with me, for interfering with me in any way other than bringing back the things that they stole. Because again, it's just they don't have any authority here. We're not a relationship of theirs. We're not a member of their family. We're not a spouse. We're not anything to them. Again, if there had ever been a contract, they terminated that whenever they decided to murder us. When it's well documented and everybody knows about it. They can't hide their guilt. No one can. I told them at the very beginning, whatever goes on, it's well known. And it's the truth. All the things they've done to us to torment and torture and steal from a weekend, and you know, all their coercions and hate and blah 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 blah. In other words, all their blackness. And that's they can't hide any of that. The jig's up now. You know, the cat's out of the box, so to speak. But so I'm not going to be worried about that. And we're going to keep a good, optimistic view. You know, heaven keeps us upright and made of good cheer. While there is people out here that's doing things they shouldn't do, it doesn't matter, because that all just goes back to them. It comes back to them real quick, magnified and in such a way that, you know, it becomes very clear to each and every person that becomes involved that you're throwing yourself away on that battle. It's like, do you have something against the skies? Because if you do, they're going to have something against you. That's just what it is. But for everybody who's nice and who's playing nice and especially those that are being good to us, well, you know, pray the peace upon you. And for all those that are on our team, loyal and not helpful to anything that's against us or our health or happiness or success, ascension or wealth or victory, then I pray heaven love you the way you need to be loved, and that your burdens are made lighter and you're helped in the work that you're doing. Again, amen in the name of the light and the truth, the life, them that whose name is worthy, the King, Prince of Peace, our Father who art in heaven. Amen, amen. Have a wonderful evening.